Hey, so today we're going to talk a little bit about budgeting, and budgeting is very important in order to know how much money you're making, how much money you're spending, and where the gap is. The idea is to have a gap of unspent money, not a gap the opposite way where you're spending more than you make. This channel is going to be finance based. I opened it January 1st to try a 30-day challenge to see if I could open a new channel and follow some guidelines that Dante London has given of posting every day, posting 20-minute videos, talk about YouTube, and try to help people. And then there's 4 hashtags to use in your description. So YouTube, subscribe, life, and respect are the 4 hashtags that he recommends using down at the bottom in your description box. So that's what I'm trying to do here. Now today I'm actually talking about budgeting, which isn't real YouTube-ish, but the reason I'm talking about budgeting is because I need to save a certain amount of money within a year and a half. I mean, I don't have to, I suppose. I could delay it as much as I want, but I want to save a certain amount of money within a year and a half. So in order to do that, I am hoping that YouTube is going to help me get there. And so that's the purpose of this channel, is to get monetized as quickly as possible. Now, people are having good luck with this. I am not. I'm just going to be honest. I'm just going to be 100% honest. I'm not having luck. I'm getting a couple of views, which is great. I love that people are watching and tuning in and watching. But it's not going as planned. And maybe it's because of me, because I'm too boring and just kind of monotone, and it is what it is. I'm not that interesting. So maybe that's the problem. I'm just not interesting enough. So I'm going to bring my knowledge onto the channel instead of just focusing on YouTube topics. Now, again, YouTube is the one that I'm counting on to help me increase my savings so that I can get the car that I want in about a year and a half. In a year and a half, that will be 2 years of me owning the car that I purchased in April. And so that's why I'm saying a year and a half, because by next April, not next April, in 2 Aprils from now is when I want to purchase a different car. Now, how many years ago? 2.5 years ago? It was 2021. That's 3 years ago. Gosh, it's almost 4 years ago now. I purchased a car, my favorite car that I believe I've ever owned. Yes, it was my favorite car I've ever owned. I purchased in December, and I actually picked it up Christmas Eve. And so that was a delightful present to myself. And so I kind of would like to do that again for my next car. But cars are funny because you don't always find them during Christmas, of course. So I'm going to start looking in April, in 2 years in April, not this April, not April 25, but April 26. I'll start looking for a car. And then if it happens to not find it until December, I'm good with that. Because I want to pick up a car on Christmas Eve again. That was the funnest thing ever. But so that's my purpose on YouTube. My YouTube, this channel has to get monetized, and I'm doing a 30-day challenge. So Joanna, I'll link her down below, or I'll show her channel down below. She started a 30-day challenge. Now, she already has a channel that has enough subscribers, but she was lacking the watch hours. And so I'm lacking both. I don't have the subscribers or the watch hours. So that's what I'm after. And I'm just being honest, because why not? So, I mean, if you can help me, you can help me, and that'd be great. All it takes is for you to subscribe and watch a few videos. You don't have to watch every video all the way through. You don't have to, watch every single video. If you do, I would appreciate it, though. Keep that in mind. And if you do watch every video all the way through, I would also appreciate that. Sometimes as a small channel, you just need someone to help, right? I mean, all small channels just need some help. And so if you can help just by, when you're at work and you're working away, if you can have your phone you could just play a YouTube in the background. Even if you turn the volume all the way down and you have no idea what I'm talking about, I'm fine with that. Like, I'm totally cool with that. I can't just watch my own videos over and over again. That doesn't count for the watch hours. So I need other people's help. So if you can, while you're at work, watch the small channels that you've noticed. Watch their videos in the background, even if it's on mute on your phone, it's fine. But if they're talking about something that you're interested in, like finances or like increasing your YouTube channel, then obviously you want to listen to them. But this is something that I'm going strong at. Like, I want this to work. So what we're going to do for YouTube is we're going to post every day. We're going to post 20-minute videos. We're going to talk about YouTube. We're going to help people. That's one that I kind of forget about in terms of YouTube talk. I'm going to help people, and I'm going to use a couple of hashtags. Hashtags are YouTube, subscribe, life, and respect. Those are the 4 hashtags we're going to use down at the bottom in the description of our video. So those are the things that I'm going to do. This is the goal that I have. I'm going to go through the end of January to try this, see if it works. If it doesn't work, I'm still going to have the channel. I'm still going to work on the channel, but I'm just going to take it down a notch. So hopefully you can help me. Hopefully you can subscribe. Hopefully you can watch some videos and help me out with this. Small channels need to help each other. Or people that don't have a channel need to help each other too. I mean, just people in general. We need to help each other. Come on. Help us out. So I'm going to show you how I budget. That's what today's video is going to be, is showing how I do my budget. Using fake numbers, of course, but it doesn't matter what the numbers are. It just needs to be your budget for your money, how you spend your money and how you make your money. So that's what I'm going to show you. I'm going to actually turn it to my computer screen so you can see what I'm doing and kind of follow along and use the EveryDollar app. Now, I'm doing it on my computer, but I actually use my phone to do my budgeting. But it's the same program either way. So let's go ahead and go take a look. All right, so this is EveryDollar. And for EveryDollar, you budget monthly, typically. I happen to update my budget every time I get paid. So I actually do this bi-weekly. But the idea is that when you're paid, you enter that pay into your income, and then you budget out all your expenses down below. So that's what I'm going to show you a little bit here. So this shows it's February. Now it'll prompt you to start your next month's budget a couple days, I think a day or two before the month starts. So like January 30th or January 31st, it's going to remind me to do my February budget. Now, this is my actual account, so I'm actually going to not get that alert this month, but that's okay. I just want to show this to you so that you can get a grasp on how to make this work. So when I do my budget, when it's a new month, whatever money is left over in my bank account that I haven't spent, so let's say I budgeted out $50 for Amazon and I actually only spent $20, that remaining amount from the previous check or from the previous month is going to go over in this leftover area here. So I'm going to use really low numbers here so that it's easy for everyone to know. So I'm going to say that we had leftover, let's say we had leftover of $50. That's leftover from last month's income that we didn't spend on last month's budget. And let's pretend we've gotten paid. So our check is going to be, let's say we make $1,000 a month. So our first check is going to be $500. So we'll put that in. So for the month, we will be making $550 for the month. It's not for the month, it's bi-weekly, but I'm going to say for the month because that's what we're doing. This is going to be our first check of this February month. So as of now, we have $550 left to budget. So that's how much money we need to budget in order to make this a zero-based budget. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to scroll down and I'm going to create all my different sections. Now my favorites are all listed below, but I keep them up here in the favorites because they're the ones that I change and update the most often. So for groceries, we're going to say that we're going to plan, we have $550 for this pay period, so we're going to plan, let's say $75 for groceries. And restaurants, I'm not going to eat out. This is actually for my Starbucks runs. So let's say I only allow myself to go to Starbucks twice, so once a week. So I'm going to put $14 because my drinks end up being almost $7 each. And then miscellaneous, we shouldn't be spending when we're on a strict budget like this. We shouldn't be spending a whole lot on miscellaneous. But I know it's going to happen, so I'm going to put $10 there. And then the most expensive one in this section, actually groceries are more expensive, but an expensive line item for most people these days is gas. Now, if you have an electric car, good for you, but I don't. So I'm going to put, let's say $40 for the gas fund for this pay period. Now, just entering those 4 sections, I'm down to $411 left that I need to budget. So the rest of the budget is going to be for your normal bills. Now, we're going to pretend that this budget is going to cover the 1st through the 15th. So anything that happens between the 1st and the 15th is what we need to enter here. Now, when you're creating your budget and you're putting your lines in, you need to enter everything, whether it's income or expense. So this one happens to be ASPCA. They're a foundation for animals, and I donate to them, and they give money and help animals in many different ways. So that's where I give my money. And when you click on it, it will pop up over here on the right side. Now, if you do this on your phone, it's a little bit different. It just pops up on your phone, but the idea is the same. So you can set a due date. So my due date is showing as February 10th. Let's pretend we want to change the due date, I don't know, to the 15th. We'll make it the 15th instead. And it is going to repeat every month, so we want to leave that. And then we're just going to hit save on there. And that'll save that due date of the 15th. Now, what we want is we want to make an amount that we're going to plan for. So I know that every month I'm going to give them $20. So we're going to put that there. And then it'll show up that we are planning on spending $20 on the ASPCA. It's going to come out of our budget up there. But let's pretend that we've already taken the money, or they've already taken the withdrawal, because this is an automatic withdrawal for me, so they already do it. When I click on that line, I can then do the plus sign over here, and I can do my $20. And then I'm going to change the name of this because it's automatic for me. So I'm going to leave that like that. And you see how it popped up as automatically, because that's a line I actually use all the time on the automated bills. So I'm going to track that, and it'll come off. You'll see I've spent $20 of the $20 that I've planned. So we're good there. And then if you don't yet have your emergency fund, you'll want to put money there. I happen to be saving for a car, so we're going to need to put money there. And then if you are saving for a mortgage or for taxes, I have to save for taxes because I don't have a mortgage. And so my savings, I have to put money aside to pay both my property taxes. And then I do also end up owing a little bit on my income taxes as well. So that money I do put aside and save. So we're going to go ahead and save some money for that. And then we're going to start looking at the regular bills. So City of Glen Heights, we're going to put an amount here because it's February 12th. So February 12th is up and coming, so we do have to budget for that. So we're going to say it's going to be $100. That's going to be like the water bill, basically. The internet, we know that there's going to be an amount there. We're going to say that's probably $30. The lawn, my lawn guys don't have to come probably until February because pretty much it's winter, so it's pretty much dead. It's still green, but it's not growing, so I'm going to leave that as blank. And the electric bill comes on the 3rd, so we are going to have to do that. And electricity is high right now because it's winter. I don't have gas, I only have electric, so we're going to put 150 there. I don't know how much it will actually be. Probably in February, it's probably going to be like 250 or so. I don't actually know. But now this bill isn't due until the 28th. And the bill that we're creating here is going to be 1st through the 15th. So this bill is not applicable for us right now. So we're going to skip that line. And then these are the lines that were in my favorites. My auto gas and oil was in my favorites, so I'm leaving that. Car replacement, I do need to save money for a car replacement because I want to purchase a new car in a year and a half. So I want to put some money over there. Groceries and restaurants were in my favorites, so I'm good there. And then we have all of the lifestyle. They actually call it lifestyle. So these are the bills that come that you don't probably need, but you're spending money on. So Yahoo, I have a website for my horse business that I had years ago. And so that account is still open. So I still do pay for that. But look at what I've got. I've only got $6 left to budget. So when I put in $10 here, watch what happens. I'm over budget. And I still have other bills I need to put in. So the miscellaneous, I have 10. Christmas, thankfully, is over. The pets need money because they like to eat, so we need to put money there. Timmy, this is money that I save out of my check every check. I call it Timmy because it's an account that he used to use. So I that's how I label it. But anyway, so I'm not going to do that one. This, thankfully, is on the 17th, so it's not going to be due. The 27th won't be due. The 16th won't be due. 16th won't be due. And 28th won't be due. But good old Amazon. Good old Amazon is going to steal some money from me. They're not going to steal. They're going to just, I'm going to spend money on Amazon, and I know that that's going to be true. And then also we have our insurances. Now, our auto and home insurance, I actually do those annually. So I'm actually not going to take money out right now. Health insurance, however, I know I'm going to spend money on. So we'll put 20 there. Now, we've completed our budget. However, look at this. We are $64 over budget. So now this is where you might end up if you're in debt. So if you're in debt and you've never done a budget, when you do your first budget, you may be in the red. Let's just be honest. So when you're in the red, you need to go back and you need to adjust anywhere that isn't an actual factual bill. For example, Amazon. Amazon, I do not need to buy anything from Amazon. Dog food, but that's got its own line. So in reality, if this were my actual budget, I would need to get rid of this Amazon line. And then where else can I get rid of something? My pets have to eat. My miscellaneous, maybe I don't need miscellaneous this time because it's too expensive. I can't handle it. What else? Restaurants. Maybe I don't get my Starbucks this time because restaurants are too expensive. What else can I get rid of? My groceries. I could probably limit my groceries a little bit. Probably 55. That'll get me to 0. And when I do that, look at that. It goes back to it's an every dollar budget, which means I've budgeted perfectly. I've budgeted every single dollar that's gone out or that's coming in. I've budgeted to go out. And I know where it's going to go. And I'm going to update these numbers as they happen. So let's say today I went to Aldi. I'm on this line here, so it shows up over here. So today I went to Aldi. And let's say I spent $35 on Aldi because I needed whatever it is I needed. And I'm going to change this to, say, Aldi. And then I'm going to track that expense. And then I've got $35 that I've spent. And so I have $20 left over that I can still spend in the grocery line, Now, of course, if you go over on budget during the month or during the bi-weekly session or however you're going to budget, you need to then adjust other lines to make it even out. Because obviously we don't want to be red up here And if we go over on a certain amount, that'll make us be red over here. So we want to just make sure that we're following our budget and moving stuff around. So if you know that you're going to spend $75 at Aldi instead of $55, you need to change that. And then you also need to adjust something else to make it a zero-based budget. So that's the idea of budgeting. It's important to do every time you're paid. It's important to do on a monthly basis so that you know where your money is going. If you don't know where your money is going, you won't be able to save money or spend money better in a more helpful fashion. Because we do need to save for investing and we do need to save for future goals. If you have a goal like I do if you have a goal of buying a car, which is my goal, you need to have money that you're setting aside for that goal. And this is how I do that. It's all in the budget. And so it's important to budget. And this is EveryDollar. It is the easiest tool I've found to budget on. I don't ever do it on my computer. However, I do it all on my phone. And I use my phone to record, so I can't show it to you. But you can do it just on your phone. And so this is the basic plan. This is the free version of EveryDollar. You can upgrade to the premium version. I have never done that. I have not seen the need. But there's more options when you have the premium version. You'll see you have paycheck planning, goals, roadmap, talk to a coach, insights, all of these you can do if you have the premium version. Again, I don't have the premium version. I don't see a need for the premium version. So that's budgeting on EveryDollar. I strongly recommend you budget, whether it's in EveryDollar or some other program that you found. I strongly recommend that you budget every dollar that you make because it makes your life so much easier.